Lesson 25. Who handles your advertising?
It's done by an outside firm.
Listen.
Rod Bennett is a reporter from Metro, the weekly events magazine. He is writing an article about launching a new singer. Listen to him talking to Fran about how Moondiscs promote their records.
What does your job involve, Fran?
Well, I'm called the press officer, but I'm actually in charge of all the promotion and advertising.
That's quite a responsibility. Do you work on your own?
Not really. In a small company like this, we work as a team.
So, do you actually write the promotion material yourself?
I write the press releases, and I prepare the copy for the record sleeves. You know, the blurb and the biographical details of the singers and so on.
So, who handles your advertising?
It's done by an outside firm. They design all our brochures, publicity handouts, etc., as well as organising major campaigns for new records.
Tell me about the different stages in the promotion of a new record.
Well, there's a big difference between launching the first album by a new group and promoting a new record by an established group or singer.
Yeah, I can see that, but let's imagine that it's a completely unknown group. What happens?
You never organise a major publicity campaign for a completely unknown group. You start with a single. And if that's a success, then they record an album. That's where the publicity campaign starts.
How's that organised?
It all starts about 3 months ahead of the release date. The whole campaign is planned in detail by the advertising agency. Magazine and newspaper ads, radio commercials.
What about television spots? I've seen quite a lot for records recently.
Well, only the really big names can afford it. It's very expensive.
Yes, of course. Are you working on a new launch at the moment, Fran?
Yes, I am. You may have heard of Harvey and Paula.
Right. Their song, We're the New Thing, is being played a lot on Capital Radio.
They're working on an album at the moment. It's going to be released in about 2 months.
I'm looking forward to hearing it. I'm sure it'll be a hit.
Let's hope so.
Listen and repeat.
How's your advertising organised?
An agency handles it. It's handled by an agency.
Poster, brochure, sticker. Our stickers are designed and printed by an outside firm.
Catalogue, leaflet, circular. Our circulars are printed within the company. They're sent out by mail.
Advertisement,
Advertisement.
an advertising campaign. A major advertising campaign is being launched.
Advertisements are published in the press. Commercials are broadcast on TV and radio.
Schedule.
Schedule.
It's on schedule. It's ahead of schedule. It's behind schedule. We've carried out a survey. We've done our market research. Nothing can stop us now.
Pronunciation.
In the first group of words, the stress falls on the third syllable. Listen carefully and repeat.
Afternoon. California. Population. Engineer. Advertisement.
In the next group, the stress falls on the second syllable.
Advertisement. machinery, traditional, immediately.
And in the last group, the stress falls on the first syllable.
Yesterday, circular, catalogue, opposite.
That's all on pronunciation for today.
Practice 1. Listen and write.
Listen to Rod Bennett talking to Dan about his job.
Tell me, Dan, how long does it take to produce a record?
You mean the whole process? Right from the beginning?
Yeah, I know it's quite a long job.
Well, not all that long. I'd say it's produced in about 4 to 6 weeks on average.
Really? I thought it took longer than that. Tell me about the different stages in the process. What happens first?
Well, to start with, you need a song. Words and music.
Right.
The words and music are usually written by the musicians.
Okay, so you've got your song. What happens then?
Well, the recording is done in several stages.
You mean it isn't recorded all at the same time?
No, that would take too long. First we record the instrumental music, then we record the voices.
Ah, so the music and the voices are recorded at different times?
That's right.
Okay, so you've got the separate parts. What do you do with them? When do you actually put them together?
Well, the next step is the mixing, which is really the most important part of the job.
Who does that?
That's my job. The final recording is mixed here in the studio.
How long does that take?
It can take weeks and weeks. But when it's ready, several copies of the finished tape are made, and then the tape is sent to the manufacturer.
The manufacturer actually produces the records, right?
Yes, thousands of copies of the record are made.
And then the record is sent out to the shops.
Yeah, that's more or less how it goes. Then there's all the promotion and advertising, but that's a separate side of the business.
Yes, I've just been talking to your colleague Fran. She gave me a pretty good idea of how all that works. I must say, the whole business is really fascinating.
You must come around one day when we're actually making a recording. I think you'd enjoy it.
Thanks for the invitation, Dan. I'd love to come.
Practice 2. Listen and speak.
Answer Rod Bennett's questions. First, listen to the example.
Are the music and the voices recorded together?
No, the music and the voices are recorded at different times.
Now you answer his next question.
Where is the final recording mixed?
The final recording is mixed in the studio.
Then, I suppose, you send the finished tape to the record manufacturer.
Yes, the finished tape is sent to the record manufacturer.
But I suppose you keep copies of the finished tape?
Yes, several copies of the finished tape are made.
So, how long does it take to produce a recording from start to finish?
The recording is produced in about 4 to 6 weeks.
And when everything is done and the record is made, what then?
Then the record is sent out to the shops.
And hopefully it will be a hit.
Practice 3. Listen and write.
Listen to Meg talking about the production of a new toy at Axon.
When we want to put a new toy on the market for Christmas, we begin working on it at least 12 months before the launch date. First, the toy is designed by the Research and Development Department. This can take quite a long time, especially if the toy is complicated, but usually 2 or 3 months are enough. Then market research is carried out with groups of children of all ages to see if they like the idea or not, and a prototype is made so that the toy can be tested. When we have the results of the survey, several meetings are held to decide if the toy is suitable. If we decide to go ahead, production of the new toy begins immediately, usually about 6 months before the launch date. While production goes ahead, the publicity campaign is planned by the marketing department. Normally, we use TV commercials, advertisements in magazines, and brochures and posters for toy shops. Most of the work is handled by our advertising agency, but some of the smaller jobs, like instruction leaflets, are done by our own art department. 2 months before the launch date, the toys are distributed and all the publicity material is sent out. Then the big moment arrives, the launch date, usually at the beginning of November. It's a very busy time for all of us, and it's quite exciting too. Will the toy be a success, is what we all want to know. A few days after the launch date, our market research team gives us the answer.
Practice 5. Listen and write.
Listen to these radio ads. What are they trying to sell, and who are they selling it to?
Oh dear, Monday morning and all these dirty clothes to wash.
Don't worry, madam. From now on, your wash day problems are solved.
But who are you?
I'm Super Dan, the Sparkle Man, bringing you Sparkle. Clothes washed with Sparkle are whiter, cleaner, colors brighter. Try it and you'll see Sparkle.
Oh.
Make your guests feel really cool. Serve them Whiz Fizz with ice or straight from the can. Feel alive, feel good, feel friendly with Whiz Fizz. Your friends will love it too. So cool.
I'm Pindor, King of the Planets.
Kids, take a trip into the future. Ride to the stars with Pindor and his spaceship Jupiter 1. Available at all big stores now. Don't be the last kid on your block to have one.
Everybody needs a really good breakfast to start the day right?
Right!
Start your day the Munchie way. Add milk and sugar and you're away.
We love Munchie!
Yum, yum.
Your children depend on you. Their future is in your hands. It takes love and care. And let's face it, money. That's where we can help. Prospect Trust, the oldest and most respected name in the field. Our policies guarantee you maximum benefits. You pay a small amount every month, and your future, and your children's, is safe with Prospect Trust.
Daddy, don't go away.
No, sweetheart. I'll always be with you.